Welcome to the Financial Bros channel. It's your boy Deuce.
Tony G in the building.
Tony G was really good, Tony.
Was good. Not finished to the market. Had a green day today.
Yeah, we back at it, man. Before we get started, though, this video is brought to you by Insured Brand, official brand in the Financial Bros. You don't know, I got the dry fit, the original shirt on, and we got the neck gaiters for everybody that got a mass mandate in that city, that state. You put this on, you good. We work out, whatever. It's getting cold outside, or you can wear it as a headband like Tony got on.
Mine like a headband, multi-purpose for sure.
Yeah. So this video right here, we're gonna do different type of stocks that you own. I know like the market, you know what I'm saying? I'm still learning, but I didn't know the different terms. Like it's not just one stock, you know what I'm saying? And it's everything. It's different types of stocks in the stock market. So we're gonna go through the different type of stocks and explain what they are, and you know, so maybe name some stocks that's those type of stocks or whatever. So what's good, Tony?
Not much, ready. Knock this out. Let the people know what they need to know.
And don't forget, if you're new to the channel, man, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to our channel, and also subscribe to our Instagram channel, Tony Dropping Jewels. I'm telling y'all, he dropping jewels. You get it for free too. Free knowledge, free 99. Go holler at my man Tony and Financial Bros on IG. So here you go. All right, this is the first one, and this is blue chip stocks. Blue chip stock. So what's a blue chip stock, Tony?
A blue chip stock, and it's crazy because we as basketball players, we use this to talk about recruits too.
Blue chippers.
The blue chip. Lou Olson got the blue chippers.
Blue chippers.
Lou Olson. Well, a blue chip stock is just a stock that is not going nowhere. It's always going to be around. And an example of that pretty much is like a McDonald's. No matter where you go in the world, they're probably going to have a McDonald's. Another blue chip stock is Coca-Cola. No matter where you at in the world, like these companies are here to stay. They've been around for as long as we can remember. They aren't going anywhere. McDonald's is not going to go bankrupt. Right. Coca-Cola is not going to go bankrupt. These companies are here to stay. No matter what the stock price is, they're here. They're probably going to be here in who's ever watching this lifetime. So that's a
right. Yeah, past our lifetime. Basically, say these stocks are expensive but provide the lowest risk and have established track record for earning. Like when you consider like Johnson & Johnson a blue chipper.
Yeah, because that company been around since the 1800s. They're not going nowhere. And a blue chip stock, if you go to a financial advisor, they going to put you. They just going to invest in blue chip stocks. They low risk. Like I said, you're not going to wake up and McDonald's files for bankruptcy.
Right.
So these are the companies. If you're kind of nervous about losing money, it's not going to be much risk. The stock probably won't get to a certain high or a certain low. It'll probably be the same, but it's definitely safe.
I would suggest if you're an investor and you're not really sure, I would definitely suggest grabbing a blue chip stock to start off.
Yeah, I think
your feet wet.
In your portfolio, you should have maybe 2 to 3. You don't want to have too many blue chip stocks because, I mean, at the end of the day, you won't see a big return, but you're going to guarantee to make profit. It won't be like nothing crazy out of the ordinary, but it's definitely going to be.
Yeah, I don't think I own any blue chip stocks. I don't think I own any blue chip stocks. But all right, so another one is speculative stock.
A speculative stock is just a stock what you might get just pretty much based on some news you might have, and it can be a little bit risky because you don't really want to go off something you heard, like, so it could be something like that. Like an example of that probably would be like give me something off the top, like when people buying Oracle because they think TikTok won't get it,
right? They
why you getting it. That's a speculative stock. You
right.
There's something on the news that may cause the stock to run up, and that's the reason why you're getting it.
Right. Yeah, they said basically these companies often develop new untested products that explore untapped markets. These types of stocks come with a high amount of risk because many of these companies do not succeed, but the potential to get huge returns make them appealing to some investors. If the company is successful, the stock will grow in value and increase the investors' rate of return. Yeah.
So it's risky. Even Coca-Cola, that was a speculative stock.
Yeah, like let me see a speculative stock. Like maybe I was just watching like a lot of some of these new tech stocks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or even any pharmaceutical stock
that's
trying to get cure for for COVID. I mean, every time you hear news about this company might find a vaccine, that's a speculative stock. When you buy them shares, you hoping that they get it opposed to the other pharmaceuticals because if they get it, that stock is going to run it up.
Now this is a good one, and this is one that you really want to grab. I think growth stocks.
Yeah, growth stocks. That's what your portfolio should be. And a growth stock is just a company. It can be fairly new to the market, or just a company that you can see a very high gain on. See, a blue chip stock, them companies like McDonald's, stuff like that, those stocks won't increase too much. But if you find the right growth stock, you can see 100%, 200, 300, 400% return on your investment. That's the kind of companies you want to get in early for a good price and just watch them run it up.
Would you consider Apple as a growth stock?
I would.
It still got a lot of growth in it.
It's still a lot of growth from where they came from. But I also consider Apple is kind of like a blue chip because Apple isn't going nowhere. But it still has as long as they keep dropping these new products, like when Apple first came out, it was just the computers, but now they got the Apple Music, the AirPods, the iPhone. So it's definitely parts of it is a growth stock because it's still growing.
Right. What about Tesla?
Tesla is definitely a growth stock because what Tesla's doing with the electric cars is changing the world. It's like innovative. Like Tesla, I just told you how in California by 2035 they're banning the sale of all gasoline powered cars. So that means if you don't already got a car in 2035 that's run by gas, you can't go and buy a car like that no more. So Tesla is definitely growth.
Yeah, damn people like I can tell you, maybe not there when you're in Kansas, but like at the rural farm, they got you haven't been home in a while, but like a lot of the rural farms, like at least the new rural farms, they got the plug-in, so you can plug.
Yeah, they be having them like go to a restaurant, they got them up, and that's just a growth
And I
stock.
Tesla, man, I'm telling you, every day I go out, I see Teslas every day, man, and people forget like Tesla is really a tech stock.
Yeah, I mean, most people think it's just cars, but it's
tech.
Yeah, Elon Musk, one of the best CEOs in the game right now, and
his
track record shows it. I think another good growth stock is Chipotle. Chipotle, it's only been around since like 2006 or 2008, but just what they're doing right now and all the innovations they got, they just changing how we look at like fast food. Like the stock, like in March, it was like $400. Now it's over $1,000.
I'm surprised it raised up like that, yo.
What they doing, like they're one of the first like major food corporations. Normally the other food corporations, they have their own products. Like McDonald's, they're manufacturing their own lettuce and tomatoes and everything. Chipotle, while they're a growth stock because they getting all their fruits. I mean, not the fruits, but their vegetables from local farmers.
Right.
So that's just different. It's changing the norm. They don't got truckloads coming in from the warehouse bringing in the lettuce and the stuff like that, opposed to the other big time fast food places.
All right, here's another one. Value stock.
A value stock is just a stock. It pretty much says a stock that you can get at a value.
Right.
A stock.
Value stock undervalued in the stock market, but investors see potential.
Yeah, and it's a lot of companies that you can see like that. I just was looking. I was just researching the stock. Let me look it up. I think it was RBGT.
Like I honestly think like a DraftKings or Penn National could be a value stock because I think that joint gonna run up for real.
Yeah, DraftKings is definitely it's definitely because it's new to them. It's new. It's different. A value stock I was just looking at, and it's called Reckitt Benckiser. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but ticker symbol RBGLY is at $19 a share right now. But they own Lysol, like, so everything going on in the world right now.
Right.
That's definitely value. They own Lysol. Like besides the Clorox products, when you go in the store now, it's a struggle to get these Lysol products too. They own Lysol. They own some other cleaning products, but their main thing is Lysol. And when I saw that, I'm like, oh wow, like with everything going on in the world and hygiene and cleaning and all of that, like this is definitely
And I'm thinking I'm reading this, maybe the airlines too, could say right here say investors believe the company's shares are a bargain and will become more valuable in the future when the company's troubled industry improves. So, airlines,
yeah.
they know they're gonna go back up eventually.
Yeah, airlines definitely gonna go back up. The only thing with the airlines is that like I think now with everything going on, like the whole structure for the future, the whole structure of the plane gonna be different for like social distancing. Like I don't know like how confident people gonna be in sitting in a middle seat and stuff
Right.
like that. So you like airlines, they definitely gonna come back, but it's gonna take it's gonna be help from
All right,
like
here we go.
plane companies.
There's another one, penny stocks.
A penny stock. If you saw our other video,
Right.
um, it's just a stock which is technically defined as a stock that's $5 or less. Some people
Right.
say a stock under $20 or less. Me personally, I I would stay away from the penny stocks. Like I would say for every 100 penny stocks, there's probably one that like will actually make some noise. And penny stocks, can you see me? Because I don't.
Yeah, I can see you. I can see you.
Yeah, penny stocks. It's a lot of risk. Those are the companies that not really putting much info out on the internet, so you can't really research it as easy as other companies. And it's very very risky. Like if you want to play the lottery, just go play the lottery.
Yeah, I don't own no. I don't own no. I don't own no penny stocks.
Penny stock. Like only way I would maybe get a penny stock is if it's like a company that's been around and the stock is just so low, you might just got a couple dollars to throw out there. Like I like a GameStop or something like that. But even with them, it's just like, or like I say like the movies, like AMC. Like maybe it's a chance people go to the movies again, but it's highly unlikely. But do you really want to buy them stocks? Like I said, if you got $100. I told my homeboy, if I got $100 or 200 or 1,000, I'd rather just invest in a company that's more respectable, that I know more about, opposed to buying and have less shares, opposed to buying a ridiculous amount of penny stock shares. Like you bound to drown.
Right, right. And the last one, clinical stock, basically health stocks, whatever.
Yeah, healthcare stocks. I mean, and it's a good amount of healthcare stocks. I'm not the best when it comes to the healthcare stocks, but me personally, like I said, everybody has their preference. It's so many other stocks out here, but if you're a health person or you really like to research the health and that kind of stuff, because one thing about it, even though I'm not big on them, it's always going to be people always going to need health stuff, medical stuff. So
Right.
that's what interests you. Then yeah, go for it.
Right, right. So there's you know what I'm saying, the stocks term that you need to know being a new investor, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? When you're doing your research in the stocks, you just know what type of stock, like you said, me and Tony talked earlier, know what type of stocks you want to buy, what type of investor you are, you know what I'm saying? You want to get them growth stocks, get them blue chips that basically you can have insurance basically you know you ain't going you should be good for a long time, and them growth stocks like you jump on them early and cash out late.
Yeah, the number, in my opinion, if you really want to make some serious long term money, you got to get you growth stocks. I say have about 2 or 3 blue chip stocks, but really to create some serious wealth, you got to get them growth stocks.
Right, right, right. So we about to wrap this thing up. Don't forget Insured Brand. You know what I'm saying? Link in the description. Also follow our IG page, the Financial Bros on IG, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're gonna give you dropping jewels. We up next on YouTube.
For sure.
Like, share, subscribe. Peace.
Yeah, my